Yo, what up, my black and gold faithful? It's your host with the most, Zella AA, back here outside of the BMO, ready to watch LAFC versus FC Dallas. And guess what, guys? We had a long week. We almost lost in CONCACAF Champions League. 2-1, we lost. But shout out to the goalie. Shout out to our rivals. Carlos Vela being Carlos Vela, we got the dub. We are playing Vancouver in the next round. Let's see what happens. But we did tie versus Seattle 0-0. I feel like we started a little slow. I don't know. I feel like our players are tired. We are playing FC Dallas. They're a great team. Jesus Ferreira is always a big threat. Well, let's see what happens because we do not have some key players. No Sifu, no Palacios, no Lesieur, Dennis Mwanga. So it's going to be interesting. Let's see if the youngsters and the subs step it up. We'll see how it goes. It's going to be interesting. Stay tuned. But first, let's see what the people of LA got to say. Yo, what up, my black and gold faithful? We here outside of the BMO. I'm here with Jay, and I got a few questions for him. Jay, how we doing today, man?
Good vibes only, you know, everyone's drinking, everyone's having fun, everyone's prepared for the day, you know?
What you drinking on right now, man?
Estrella Jalisco, you already know.
That's what you like? You don't like Modelo, some Heineken?
Bro, what I would really prefer is like a michelada or maybe some like palomas or something, but right now I'm already on a beatbox, so I guess this is all right.
I feel it. So how did you feel about LAFC last Wednesday? Obviously we lost, but we did make it to the next round. How did you think we did in that game?
Wait, you said for CONCACAF, right? I'd say we did all right. I mean, as far as Yuk, as far as a little Croatian guy that we got, obviously he has a lot of upside, a lot of potential. So that's what I'm really looking forward to. I think today is going to be a pretty important player, and especially in our future. I mean, we invested so much in him, but overall, I'm just hoping that we get through Vancouver and then whatever's next.
Outside of the BM, I'm here with Alex and Sean, and I got a few questions for them. How are you guys doing today?
Good, doing all right.
Fantastic.
So, what do you guys think about that Wednesday game? Obviously, we lost, but we aren't off to the next round. What do you guys think about that game?
Yeah, it was good. I mean, a loss is not what you want, but we did get the grand result of things. So, I mean, that was cool. It seems like they kind of struggled with keeping them out in the first half, but it worked out. So it's all that matters.
What do you think about it, Alex?
I felt like it was much more back and forth game than the first one. We kind of took it to them right away in the first game. I don't know. I think it is one of those where it's just the best loss you can take at home because we go through next round, doesn't matter. But yeah, I felt like our guys did really good. I felt like Tillman was fantastic that game. He was really stand out from what I remember. But yeah, other than that, we're through. Doesn't matter. On to Vancouver, I guess.
Jorge, I got a few questions from Jorge. How are you doing today, man?
Very good. Thank you.
That's good, man. We're here interviewing fans before the game. So what you think about last week's game against that Costa Rican side? Obviously, we lost, but we still made it to the next round. How did you think the team performed that Wednesday?
The team was, the Costa Rican made us tight. In other words, the schedule. But not only that, but during the game, it was. If you saw the first game in Costa Rica, they were more open. They didn't know where we were coming from. Our defender, number 24,
Ryan Huntington.
Right. If you notice, he was open all the time. This time, they closed us in. They played us tight. Yeah. But it was a good game. Thanks God, Vela scored on that goal. And moving on to the next one. Even though he would have not scored, we still would have done.
Here with Angel, and I got a few questions from Angel. How you doing today, man?
I'm doing good. Yourself, bro?
Pretty good, man. We're here interviewing fans before the game. So what you think about last week's game? Obviously, we lost, but we still made it to the next round. How do you think the team did?
I honestly think the team performed really well. Just Alajuelense just came out swinging, and I was just like something we didn't expect. But other than that, I feel like the team performed well, even with a couple of players that we were missing that did have to be replaced due to minutes and stuff. But we played magnificent. Even in Seattle on Saturday, that game, I feel like the team performed really good. We just had a couple opportunities where they did need to tone up the finishing a little bit more. But other than that, I feel like we're playing great. And I feel like now with that weak stretch that we had, we should be able to perform at our top level this
We're here outside of the BMO in the fan fest. I'm here with Jake, and I got a few questions from Jake. How you doing today, man?
Pretty good, and yourself?
Pretty good, man. We're here interviewing fans before the game. So what you think about last week's game versus that Costa Rican side? Obviously, we lost, but we still made it to the next round. How did you think the team did?
Honestly, I was a little bit disappointed that we should have parked the bus a little bit tighter. We honestly should have just won that game instead of losing.
And then how'd you feel about that Seattle game? Obviously 0-0. I feel like the game was a little bit slow. Shout out to the Seattle goal. He was pretty good, but what do you feel? How do you think the team did?
They did pretty good for an away game, honestly. I know we're pretty good at home, but away we should be a little bit more better offensively and defensively, altogether.
Seattle game, obviously we tied. I feel like the team was very slow. Props to the Seattle goalie. He did a great save. How do you feel LAFC did in that game?
I don't know, man. It was a little stagnant, but I mean, obviously we're not invincible. I mean, we all come into expectations that we're going to do great every single game, being reigning champions and all, but I think the team just got to take it one game at a time, just like CONCACAF. I think that's the one most important thing. We got to take one game at a time.
And how do you think we're going to do tonight? Obviously, we don't have key players due to international break. No Sifu, no Palacios, no Dennis Mwanga. How do you think we're going to do today? FC Dallas are a great team. Jesus Ferreira, always a threat. What do you think we're going to do tonight?
Yeah, man, as far as what we need to work on for Leagues Cup and all the tournaments that we have going forward is depth. So as far as depth goes, we just got to figure out what players can fit into what system, especially on the fly, seeing if we're switching some midfielders over to right back or so on and so forth. So I guess today's going to be an experiment of that. I'd rather have it now than when it's actually Leagues Cup, you know what I'm saying?
So what do you guys think how we started that game?
Oh, I thought Seattle did a really good job of putting the pressure on us and kind of running counters to the point where we usually like to play forward and run our guys in the midfield a lot. They punished us for that a lot by putting us on the back foot a little bit. So it felt like it took a while for us to regain control. So that was kind of the big thing in that. But they did a good job defensively without letting them penetrate. So that was cool.
What about you, Alex?
Yeah, I don't remember if it was as much of just we were having a little bit more poor passing or something, but I remember seeing a stat that was coming up like in the first half that Seattle was having like 68%, 70% possession for the first half, and it's like that usually doesn't feel like something that we see. Those people that we play, we usually like to control the game a lot more, play more through the midfield, through Ilie, through Acosta and Sifu, but yeah, I felt like we should have gotten something, maybe a goal, but they had a couple moments too. But yeah, 1 point away from home, still good.
That was one of those games where like you're happy to walk away, by the way they were playing, so it was good. Yeah.
So what result do you get for tonight's game? Obviously, we don't have some key players due to international break, so no Sifu, no Palacios, no Dennis Mwanga. You think some subs are going to step up to the plate, or what do you guys get for tonight?
I was telling him on the car ride over here that basically we're going to have to expect a lot of our midfielder, guys on the wings to kind of play their full 90 minutes. And thankfully we don't really have any old players like that outside of, maybe Chiellini who's getting up there in age and, Bela getting up there in age. But, going to have to do without those subs tonight. So hopefully, those midfield guys, we stay healthy. Health is the main point. Don't get hurt. I think we should be able to get away without the, injuries. So, without injuries, we won't need the subs, I don't think. So,
How do you think we're going to do tonight, Alex?
Yeah, I think we're going to do good. I think the most important thing is get out in front early, get a goal really in like first 10, 15 minutes. Get the goals early, bring on maybe Chiellini or Long, whichever one doesn't start for us tonight on later in the second half to really try and hold them and just maintain an easy lead, I guess, would be my game plan. But
so how do you guys feel about Opoku? I feel like he's more of a super sub than a starter. Like I think we should start Buick, and then if he's not playing good, then we could bring on Opoku. What do you guys think?
I think that Buick should be the starter, but not yet. Opoku's had that history with the team, so it's one of those things where like he does deserve to start at the moment. I think in time though, as the season goes on, I think if Buick keeps making the right steps to move forward, he will become the eventual starter at that point.
Yeah, Buick seems a little bit more all around as a forward and stuff. Maybe he doesn't have quite the agility and stuff that Opoku does and getting in those tight spaces, but yeah, Opoku, I feel like from what I remember, it's like anytime he comes off the bench, he's just that instant, changes the flow of the game a little bit better, where when he's been starting, it's just like, oh, he might have his moments here or there, but it doesn't feel like he's affecting as much.
It's like they can plan for him a little bit more, so it's easy to stop, or easier to stop his long runs and his quick little movements like that. So Buick is more of the playmaker in that regard. So, yeah.
So with that being said, I see you have the new jersey. So you liking the color? You think LA represents green? What do you think about the jersey?
I thought it was a little odd they went with green, but I like the overall design of it and the whole smoke screen idea. It was enough for me to get by. I like the whole like olive green tint with the stripes and everything. So it works out outfit wise with a lot of my shit. So I was like, that's pretty cool. So. Yeah.
What about you, Alex? You like the jersey?
It's cool. I like it. Yeah, it's not our best jersey I think we've ever done, but I think it's cool. It's something different, which we haven't seen. We've never seen anything besides white or black, so it's something different, something cool.
Imagine we had like a gold jersey.
Yeah, I just want an all gold with just like a couple little black accents or something on it would be sick.
I was thinking that too. I told him, I was like, they could have done this jersey, but with the gold tint and the smoke screen instead of green, it would have worked just fine, But if they want to do something different, I get it, why not? So.
Yeah. All right, so last question for you guys. How long you guys been an LAFC fan?
I mean, he was Founders Club to begin with.
Oh, wow.
I've been going with him to all the games that I can, so
I'm I didn't have seats in the Founders Club, but I was founding member and stuff. First
Since
season.
day one. So basically, we've been keeping up. So.
Since what was it, 2014? I think is when they like announced the club and stuff. And I remember seeing it, and I was just getting into MLS at the time. Didn't really have a team, and I was like, well, it's close to home.
That's a team. Yeah, there you go.
Might as well follow it from the beginning.
So what does LAFC mean to you guys?
I don't know. It just means passion. It means fun. It means atmosphere like this. Just hanging out before the game, getting drinks, eating tacos.
It feels like a real
soccer.
LA team. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, the Galaxy were there, but nobody really stepped into LA heart like LAFC did. It feels like home. So it's just all the vibes that you get from it, the passion, like he said.
It feels like all the different cultures of LA is represented well here.
Absolutely. So it's a good time. It's party time. We love it. So
anytime I can, try to bring new people here and stuff to experience it. I don't think I've ever brought someone here and them not been like, wow, that's nothing like I've ever seen before. So it's fun. It's always a good time.
It surprises a lot of people what the MLS can do when they come to the games. They think, oh, nobody goes to MLS games. No, I mean, look at us, bro. We're out here in force. That's fan fest for you. So it was a good time. So.
All right, guys. I'm gonna let Sean and Alex go and join the game. I appreciate you guys, man.
Of course, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Still would have done.
So how'd you feel about the Seattle game? We got a point away from home. I feel like we played a little slow. Shout outs again to the goalie from Seattle. He blocked that Opoku shot. What do you think? How do you think we played that game?
I think his name is Frey. Last name is Frey from Seattle. But the game varies. The guys are tired.
Yeah.
And the field doesn't help either. So 0-0 was good. Getting a point out of it was fine. Hopefully today we'll do good.
So that being said, how do you think we're going to do tonight? Obviously, we're losing key players tonight due to internationals. So we have no Seafood, no Palacios, and no Dennis Mwanga. How do you think we're going to do tonight against FC Dallas?
Well, FC Dallas has the U.S. strikers.
Jesus Ferreira.
And the other one.
Ariola.
And so many others. Two other guys. Let's get a tie, but definitely a win is always a win. Okay. But if we get a tie, there's no problem. No problem.
So how long you been an LAFC fan?
2018. As you can see, that's right. My patch. I was so happy when the stadium opened up and then this actually happened. I never thought that we were going to get another team. I was a big Galaxy fan, but since their supporters team, their supporter groups, and went so far from where we were in Echo Park, in that direction, we needed something in the city, and thanks God that LAFC is here to say it.
So what does LAFC mean to you?
If you notice, this never happened at a Galaxy game.
Yeah.
It's brotherhood. Everyone's tight. Everyone knows everyone. Is like, Jorge. Like, oh yeah, what's up? What's going on? It's a family, brother. Yeah. It's a family, and it's a city together.
I feel it. So how do you feel about the new jersey? Do you like the green, or you don't think green represents LA? How do you feel about it?
I think the originals love the shirt.
Really? Yeah, they did. I saw them.
It's a nice jersey. I like it. Right.
So how'd you feel about that Galaxy game being postponed and then it's going to be played on 4th of July?
Great. It's going to be good because the whole family gets to be there. I mean, I had tickets and some of my kids couldn't go, so now they better go.
Yeah.
That's how it is.
So what prediction you guys give for LAFC tonight? You said what was the scoreline?
1-0.
1-0?
1-0.
All right, guys. I'm going to let Jorge go so you can enjoy the game. So how long you been an LAFC fan?
Funny enough, it started right before the team played their first game. I actually moved here from the Bay Area to SoCal just because of LAFC.
Oh, wow.
So I was watching some YouTube stuff. They're on lot 6 over here. And I just said, I was thinking about moving to a big city one day. And I was thinking, this is exactly what I've dreamt of. So I moved here in a month's notice. And I've been here since 2018, about like after match week 4. Okay. And then ever since, I've been really involved in expos and everything like that. So everything's been chill.
That's great to hear. So what does LAFC mean to you? Obviously, you just said it means a lot to you, but what does it mean to you representing the team? Like, are you here for the vibes? What are you here for?
I would say vibes is a big thing, but it's not the main thing. I think it's seeing the culture grow, because obviously if we go back 7 years ago or 8 years ago, it's a totally different culture than it is now. And I feel like the little steps that we do year in, year out, it just helps it increase by so many levels. I'm so thankful to have this in my life. I haven't got a 3252 tattoo. You already know that.
I saw that.
So yeah.
So funny thing about Jay, guys, we actually met at the gym, and I was doing some reps, and I was doing a LAFC chant. He came up to me saying, exactly, and he came up to me. He's like, "Hey, are you part of the support group?" I was like, "No, I'm just a really big fan," and that's how I met Jay, guys. Funny story. So Jay, that being said, can we try a new segment? Does your average Joe know his own team? I could ask you about current season, last season, or all-time stats. You think you're up for that?
Let's try it out. I'm not a good stat nerd, so we'll see.
All right, let's do it. All right, and then how long you been an LAFC fan, man?
Since 2018.
What does LAFC represent to you?
Family.
And what else? What do you like the vibe? Like, what is it that you like LAFC besides the Galaxy? Like, why do you choose this LA team?
I think it hits closer to home, honestly. Gets the community way better than they do.
All right, you guys heard it here first. I'm gonna let Jacob go so he can enjoy his beers and enjoy the game. I appreciate you, man.
Thank you.
How long you been an LAFC fan?
So I've been an LAFC fan for 3 years now.
Okay.
So my friend brought me to my first game. It was against the Union,
Okay.
which was a super good game. And then after that, me and my brother started coming to the game. We did the whole final stretch, which was
really?
fucking beautiful. Yeah, which was something that I would do again.
So you guys went to the conference final, no, semifinals, conference final, and the final?
Yes, sir.
Literally, me too, bro. Me too.
That shit was chef's kiss. And then my friend, he was so mad about Bell. Like, he's like, "Oh, they brought him on for what?" And then I was like, "Dude, he literally scored that goal. That goal was worth like every dime that we paid."
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what does LAFC mean to you?
So LAFC to me means, just it's like a staple, like the Lakers now. Like I feel like even though this is only our first title, we, like they said, the players, the coaching staff, everybody, we're striving for more. We're here to be the big dogs. We're not here to get signed by the LA Galaxy or anybody else. We're here to be the big name. We're here to bring the big signings, and I think potentially this is going to be one of the top teams in all of Latin America and of course North America.
With that being said, how do you feel about the new jersey? Do you like the green? You don't think green's our color? What you think about the jersey?
You know what? At first I was kind of iffy on it, but now I really like the jersey, and I feel like it kind of like embodies like everything about the supporters groups, like kind of like an homage towards them. Like every time we score a goal, we have that smoke coming out the supporters group, and I think that's just really dope. Yeah.
All right, guys, you guys are here with Angel. I'm gonna let him go so he can enjoy the game. Angel, appreciate you, man. Yo, what up, my black and gold faithful? We here outside of the BMO. I'm here with Marina, and I'm here with Alex, and I got a few questions. How are you guys doing tonight?
We're doing really well.
How are you doing, Alex?
Good.
So what are you guys drinking on?
Margarita.
It's a black and gold margarita.
Black and gold margarita. Yeah. Is this your first cup of the night, or how many cups you guys in?
This is our second.
Second,
but it's a double, so technically third.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how long you guys been an LAFC fan?
Since 2017.
Since 2017. Yourself?
Around the same time.
So what does LAFC mean to you guys? Why do you guys like coming here and supporting this team?
Because they really do a good job of bringing in the community, the actual community.
You guys always been soccer fans, or this is your first team you guys follow?
I've been a big soccer fan for my whole life.
This is my official one soccer team that I.
Did you guys watch the final? Were you guys here at the stadium, or you guys were here at a watch party watching the final?
I was up in Monterey, but my sister was on the field working.
Oh wow.
Yep.
And yourself?
I was at home watching it.
How'd you guys feel about that final, us being champions?
Oh, I cried.
Really?
It was amazing.
Did you guys come here for the parade when they had the celebration?
No, I had work, unfortunately.
I didn't come neither. So what prediction you get for LAFC tonight? What's the prediction score?
I think 3-1 LAFC.
3-1 LAFC? What about you?
I'm gonna say we're gonna count them up. 3-2.
3-2?
Let's make it competitive. I like competitive.
I like that. 3-2. Dallas is a very competitive team. I like that score. All right, guys, we're gonna let them be so they could take another cup. So I appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
Have a good one.